Story we've been talking about this morning and certainly been thinking about probably for the better part of a year. And it is an inspiring one, that I promise, as tomorrow will mark 1 year since the senseless and brutal tragedy in Newtown, Connecticut. However, remarkably then, some of the grieving families have found ways to heal and to step from their darkness and to give back to all of us after having lost so much. I had a chance to speak to a few parents whose strength and spirit will stagger.
Keep coming!
Chase Kowalski ran his first race at just 2.5 years old.
Turn it on, pal!
At age 6, he competed in and won his first triathlon.
And they put the number on his arm.
Yeah, they painted on you?
Oh, let me tell you, he had that on for 2 weeks.
Loved it.
Told his kindergarten teacher, I was in a triathlon. And she was like, really?
Dylan Hockley was a schoolmate of Chase's. His family had moved from England to Newtown, Connecticut because they found it idyllic.
He was just pure joy, and his favorite word was, again, whatever you were doing, again.
Chase and Dylan were among the 26 lost in the senseless brutality at Sandy Hook Elementary 1 year ago. What was your experience on December 14th?
On one level, there's what you're experiencing there in the location in the firehouse, and physically unable to move as this information's being thrown at you. And it's almost like physical blows.
That Friday, I don't think we thought we would ever be able to really deal and cope.
But 2 days later, Rebecca says, her son Chase came to her in a vision.
And that vision totally repaired my heart and just made it's so hard to describe and explain, but it keeps us just going.
And let's do this for Chase.
They created Race for Chase, a foundation in his memory to bond families together in a shared love of racing.
People just show up, they're present, they're here. And then they tell us, I'm doing this for your son. I'm doing this because of your son. It's beautiful.
Seems like you're seeing a good world out there.
Yeah. For all the bad, there's a lot of good.
Yep.
As the chaos and heartbreak engulfed them, Dylan's father Ian turned to running as therapy and escape.
It's putting one foot in front of the other. It's like getting up every day. We've got to get up every day for 365 days every year for however many years.
What was it that you were carrying with you as you ran?
So you get out on the road and it starts to get hard, and then it hits you while you're training. And when that wells up inside you, it chokes you up for a moment and you almost feel like you have to stop. But then you punch through and you go on and you really know why you're doing it, and you can overcome anything then.
Ian now runs with members of the foundation that he and his wife Nicole created, Dylan's Wings of Change, to raise awareness and funds for children with autism. Are you grieving still?
I am. And I hope I don't stop, really, because when I'm grieving, I'm remembering him, and I can turn it around and use it and take energy from that and go on.
Rebecca and Steve have kept Chase's bedroom untouched. The calendar he updated every day without fail, now colorfully frozen on December 14th, 2012. Do you talk to Chase?
I don't speak out loud to him. We have our in my head conversations,
How do those go?
They're mostly in the shower, and it's just kind of how I'm doing, how I miss him. Sometimes he just gives me the words.
Do you talk to him?
Yeah. Mostly in the garage.
Are you doing stuff? Are you explaining stuff?
No.
What are your...
Just more I miss him.
You weren't supposed to do that.
When you look back at yourself a year ago, can you see how far you've come to now?
I've changed direction from the person that was going this way and thought that was his route and that was his family's route. And it's like complete change of direction. And so I'm going to a new place now.
What role, if any, does fear play in your life now?
I don't do justice to his memory. That you just leave this as being a senseless act. But that just gives energy. Fear is negative, but on the other side is inspiration and a desire to go on and build and change. So you got to flip it round. Everything is about flipping emotions, not hate. No hate. Flip it over. The other side is love. Take that and build, because once you push the hate out, the love just flows in.
And flows and flows. Dylan Hockley, you see him there. He was autistic. And it was he who was found in the arms of his teacher and friend, Anne Marie Murphy. Something that, just as Becky Kowalski's vision does for her and her family, Ian and Nicole say gives them a tremendous amount of peace. And it is certainly a peace that we all wish for all of them in the days and the months and the years to come. And we want to thank the Kowalskis and the Hockleys for letting us in and seeing the bad and the good that perhaps can come from it.
It was very giving of them to do that. It's been a very difficult time, needless to say, and tomorrow is the anniversary, and Newtown has said, you know what, to the national media, let us just be by ourselves.
Yeah.
And the fact that everyone is listening to that, so it's so nice of them, so caring of them to
Can't thank them
to
enough.
let them in
that
your home
wisdom's
like that.
so hard
Means a
won,
lot.
but it's nice of them to share it. Really
Yes.
something.
Indeed, great job.
We can learn. And we can find out more, can't we?
We can. About Race for Chase and Dylan's Wings of Change. I'm actually wearing the button here. You log on to goodmorningamerica.com on Yahoo. So many ways to become a part of the healing.